Hello. Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. How's everybody doing? Well, I don't know. I woke up in a good mood and I said, "You know what? I'm just going to go live and see how everybody's doing." So, we're going to do some card pulls. If you want if you want on the list, just let Beezer know. I think there's quite a few spots remaining before we fill up to 10. If we don't fill up to 10, that's fine too. Um, so I'm just going to say hello to everyone first. Give some time for people to come in if they want to. So let's see, we got Brandy, Mirandy, Beezer Bees, Binky. Hey, Binks. Canine Charlie, hello. Mizzy, Miz. Just keep it real, hello. Tammy. Hey, Tammy. How you feeling, babe? Good morning to all of you, and I appreciate you all for being here. Bush Watchers, thank you for being here as well. If you don't mind, just everybody just tap that like button. Go ahead and let's see. I got nine people. Let me get 9 likes on there. Ugh. And if I tagged Colin, so if anybody happens to see him anywhere right now, if y'all will let him know that I've asked him to be here. I like it when Colin's here when I do these too. Good morning, Lexi. How are you, babe? Oh, well, all I'm gonna say is that if y'all could continue prayers for my mama. Um, she fell again, and we almost that was Friday night, and then last night she almost fell again, but I caught her. So got to figure that stuff out, but her mind is still good. She's still laughing, so we're good in that department. But prayers are definitely appreciated. Also, I want to extend my condolences to Snake and her family. Um, I on the loss, the loss of her dad. I know how horrible that is. I've gone through it, and I just want to, extend my complete heartfelt condolences to her and her family. Let's see. Okay, thank you, Mirandy. Yeah, I just need extra prayers for her right now. We got to figure this out because she's having, I got physical therapy and stuff coming in, and we thought that everything was progressing, and then she started falling again. So I don't know. But yes, definitely keep Snake in your thoughts and her family. And I appreciate all of y'all for putting that in the chat for her. Hopefully, if she's not watching now, she'll come back and take a peek. So, all right. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Right now, I've got a, well, dang, bees, you got more than I got. So, Okay. I'm gonna leave it to Beezer. Just leave it to Beezer. I do have Brandy, Mirandy, and Canine Charlie. Beezer. Are those my first three? And guys, if you didn't see it, Beezer said we have 4 spots left. So Mirandy and Canine. Okay. All right, that's my first three. So excuse me. So yeah, if you want one of those spots, just make sure that Beezer says that she's got you, and then she'll let me know. I don't know what I'd do without her. All right, Brandy Boo, you are up first. Wake these suckers up. All right, let's. Okay, Brandy, you got the Hermit in the reverse position. So basically, what that is telling you, um, it is either time or it is way past time for you to uh, do some self-reflecting. You need to. It's the universe telling you you need to revisit your goals, your what you want in life, things that you want to accomplish, um, anything in your life. It's reevaluation time, okay? And that is not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. It, you know, sit down, put your goals down, do a 5-year plan, do something like that, and then people in your life that can talk to you, that can help you get there, offer advice, good advice, bounce that advice off of others. But um but it's definitely your time to do that. And I think sitting down and writing your goals out, where you want to be, what you want, how you think you can accomplish it, it is a very good time for that. So I would find some quiet time. And just sit down and kind of do some self-reflection. Be with yourself a little bit and just see how you think you can accomplish, what you need to fulfill these holes that you're feeling in your life. Okay. And I hope that resonates with you. And I think you've all been in here. I don't think I see anybody new. So you always know that if it does not resonate at the moment, please put it in your back pocket. Okay. And all right. So next we've got Mirandy. Okay, Mirandy. Let me take a sip of drink. Good morning, Survivor. Welcome in. Okay, Mirandy, here you go. So you got the Knight of Swords in the upright position. So the knight can represent a person who's, we'll say overly aggressive or argumentative. Um, and it could be not so much yelling or maybe some passive aggressiveness. It could be either way. But there's somebody around you who lives like in attack mode, and and you're feeling like, okay, I don't want that anymore, but you kind of trying to figure out how to, let's just say, make it go away. Now, saying this, I feel like it's somebody close to you, um, because this particular person, um, they can kind of take control of your thought process, your, um, if you've got projects in mind, if you have things that you want to do, um, they can kind of take control over that. Uh, and they can kind of be a little bit ruthless too. Like, you see a knight, and this is the Knight of Swords. So it's like a knight riding in on a horse with that sword, and it's like, I'm taking over, and that's what it feels like. Um, so I do believe that right now is a time for you to sit down as well and reevaluate situations in your life. Um, Maybe conversations need to be had, but I do expect um, a conflict, whether it be an argument or just a weird choice of words, or like I said, some passive aggression. But I do see on the other end that it has to be done for you to feel fulfilled with your own ideas and beliefs. So it's basically just saying, let me break it down. If you how do I say this? There's somebody that's close to you riding in like a knight with a sword, and everything that you think about, every project that you want to do, every idea that you have, um, that sword is there. Okay. And I think that it's making me feel like, okay, well, I can do this. We don't need to even worry about this. It's like bringing extra conflict in for no reason. Okay. Um, so I just think a conversation needs to be had. I know you're feeling it. I feel like you're feeling it anyway. Um, and maybe just say, hey, I've got this. Or write a letter. Sometimes when we write a letter, we can get out the things that we want to say, or type it up, whatever. And without necessarily having to go through the whole face to face text. Um, Writing letters is actually a good way to let out a lot of things. Sometimes even if we don't send them. But anyway, that's what I feel for you, Mirandy. I hope it resonates. If not, put it in your back pocket. Okay. You're welcome. Hey, wondering. And if I miss anybody, I'm sorry. I'm not doing it on purpose. I don't look at the chat when I'm doing these until I've pulled the card or I'm done reading the card. Give me just a moment, guys. Okay. Oopsie. Hold on. I did something crazy on my end. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. Good morning, Kathy. Welcome. I appreciate the sub, Kathy. Okay, so Canine Charlie, you are next. You still with us, Canine? I think so. I just want to make sure. There you are. Okay, I'm glad you feel welcome, Kathy. I appreciate you being here, honey. All right, let's go. Canine Charlie. Okay, Canine Charlie. So you got the Nine of Swords in reverse. And then this one shows like you are mentally going through something that is draining you. And I kind of feel like it's a situation where you need to face it head on, but you keep pulling back for a reason. You're It's not that you don't want to face it, maybe you just don't know how, or it could be that you just don't want to deal with it. But I do think the not dealing with it is causing the mental anguish, the dread, you know, I don't know what to do about the situation. Just the constant thought of the situation is draining, right? Um, but I do feel like that if whatever this is, if you would just face it head on, be honest about what you're feeling, what you're thinking, um, that situation would be resolved and you would stop having to worry as much. Um, just at this point, take control of whatever that is, whatever you're going through. That's just causing you, you know what I mean? Um, and I do feel like that your whole being, your whole attitude, your whole heart, your mind, all of that will feel like a weight has been lifted off. But you need to face it. You need to have a conversation about it and just be honest. Okay? Um and again, like I always say, if this does not resonate with you right now, please put it in your back pocket because it is reading off of current energy, okay? My dog is dreaming. She's running somewhere. She's getting there. So I hope that helps, Canine Charlie. I decided not to do oracles today, y'all. Um, y'all hear my dog? That's the one that don't bark. A good Canine Charlie. Just like I said, I feel like if you just say, get that gumption and say, you know what, here we go, we're fixing to do this. Just be honest about everything. I feel like you'll feel you'll feel so much better. Y'all hear her? She's dreaming. She's the one that don't bark. She sounds like a duck when she barks. And I feel like the only time I can kind of hear a half like real bark is when she's dreaming. She's getting it though, whatever she's doing. Okay. All right, we got Binky, Tammy, and Miz. Okay. Oh, your dog is dreaming, running through a field, chasing a ball. Loved it when my dog did that. Sadly, she is passed now. Yeah, we had one that we adored that passed, and then we rescued two. This is our little one. She's a mini bully, and she was whoever had her hand docked her ears, which means they cut her ears to look like a pit bull, and they did not go through the proper way of docking. They tried to dock her tail, and so her tail is messed up because they could not complete the process. Um, when we got her, she was stitched up. She had oh God, I can't even think of it. A rectal prolapse. Yeah, she had a rectal prolapse, heartworm, and now she's just a big goofball. So so they really did a number, not to mention she suffered a lot. But now she's loved and happy and over there dreaming about, I guess, running and chasing the ball. But that's my little baby. Okay, so all right, Binky, Tammy, Mizzy, Lexi, and Kathy. Okay. And Kathy. Yes, Beezer. And see, we couldn't, with all of that going, she had so much damage on the inside. She can't be fixed. Um, so, uh, so when she goes into heat, she has to wear panties. And so she has the cutest little panties. And sometimes I take pictures and put them on my community wall when she's modeling her puppy panties for everybody. Hi, Moonlight. How are you, honey? She don't like her puppy panties, but I absolutely love them. She looks so cute. Y'all remember, if anybody's ever seen the movie Madagascar, with the zebra and the hippo. I think it's a hippo. Anyway, Gloria is the hippo, and she's walking, and you see the butt cheeks kind of going side to side to side. When my baby walks in those panties, it looks like she's prancing her butt cheeks. And it reminds me of Gloria from Madagascar. I'm thinking about next time doing a short on her and putting that "I'm a happy dog, happy, happy, happy dog" to it. Oh man, she could have her own channel. She's just that cute and sweet. Okay, I'll stop talking about my dog. All right, Banks, you still here, honey? Oh, that's cool, Brandy. Well, this one's mocha, just because she's the color of mocha. They already had her name when we rescued her, so we just kept it. But my big one, I named Kane from Kane Brown. All right, Bink Bink. Butt pad underwear. Okay, let me concentrate. All right, Binky. So you got the Tower card in the upright position. So what this card symbolizes is that there seems to have been a situation um brought, like you may have brought on a situation on yourself um by ignoring or denying something that either needs reconstruction or deconstruction. So I feel like that you're feeling something, um, but by ignoring signs around you, like, okay, we either need to build it up or we need to tear it down. But either way, there needs to be a resolution, and without a resolution, that's the situation that's laid upon you. Um, and it's something, usually when it's a Tower card, it's considered like catastrophic, and it's something major in your life. So if it's not a part of actual loss or, um, you know, let's just for say destruction or loss of home, if it's not something like that, then it's something internal that you're feeling that is totally like catastrophic. Okay. It's a very big deal to you, whatever it is. And it is at a point to where you're going to either have to reconstruct it or deconstruct it. Okay, that's what the tower symbolizes, either building up the tower or tearing down the tower. But in order for you to feel at peace, one or the other either has to be done. Okay, and in current energy, I feel like now is the time to figure this out and take the steps to fix it or not fix it, but walk away from the rubble. Okay, so I hope that helps. Again, if it's something that doesn't resonate with you right now, please put it in your back pocket. Okay, so Tammy, we got Tammy next. Hold on, I got it. I think I got, it could be, Binky, it could be, yes, the tower is just a symbol. But usually when it appears, um you're thinking something major. Now if you don't have like, okay, a storm came through, I lost my home, um there was a fire. If you don't have catastrophe like that, then it's a catastrophe in your life, and it absolutely could be a person. Okay, so if that's where what you're feeling, because you know we love people, we hate people. Some people do have hate on their heart, and that's on them. But the emotions are there, the feelings are there that are so strong, it's catastrophic for you, you know? So it could definitely fall over here in the person category. And if if that's where you're feeling like it's lying, then you need to either build it up or you need to tear it down and walk away from the rubble. But if you build it up, you've got to work on putting the bricks in place daily. It's a daily build. Okay? It's never going to be a perfect tower, but you have to put bricks in it daily. If it revolves around, if this situation is about a person and you're wanting to construct. Alrighty. Thank y'all, Mod, so much. Thank you, Wondering. Thank you, Bees. I appreciate all y'all. If I'm missing any, I'm not doing it on purpose. Oh, thank you, Miss. Let's see. Tammy got the membership. Cool. Thank you so much, Miss, for doing that. Let's see. Hillbilly Family Secrets. Hey, Angie. Hope you are doing well. We'll be in the bushes. Well, thank you for popping out, Hillbilly Family Secrets, and saying hello. I do appreciate that. Welcome. Haven't seen you in a minute. All right. Well, Tammy gets a membership at the same time as for her card to be pulled. Must be your day, girl. All right, Tammy. Let's go. Excuse me. Okay. So, Tammy, you got the Two of Cups. You actually got it in the reverse position, but when you get this card in the reverse position, it's one of those that it plays upright and reverse. Um, and you'll understand what I mean by that in just a second. So, the Two of Cups upright, it suggests a coupling of some sort, like a marriage, a partnership, some type of union where two people are coming together for something. Um, it it could be in the honeymoon stage of it, and that doesn't necessarily mean a new like love interest, because even in friendships you have a honeymoon phase where it's like ha 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 ha, but then the more you're around each other, you can fuss and all of that and still be friends, but you still have that honeymoon period. Okay, excuse me. um it also can represent like a new stage of happiness and harmony in an existing relationship. So you can have um let's just say a rebirth of an existing relationship where you're coming together or back together, and it's feeling it's wonderful for you. Okay, this card is such a good card. It's like a warmth card. You've got the two people coming together. Um and like I said, it could be a friendship, it could be a partnership, a relationship, anything like that. It's just a very positive, loving feeling card. But when I pulled it, it was pulled into the reverse. And basically, in the reverse position, it means the same thing. However, in the reverse position, it means that you may have to, for a little bit, keep this union a secret. Um, and it's just for a certain reason that it may have to be kept secret for just a little bit. Um, so if you don't have this currently happening right now where you feel like, you have just been drawn to somebody new in your life, or somebody that's already been in your life where you feel like you're getting closer to them, I feel like it's coming because this is current energy. And I feel like that you're going to feel like you've got to keep it under wraps for a minute for whatever reason. Okay. So I hope that helps for you, honey. But it's a very good feeling card. It's a loving card. It's a very harmonious card to have. You're very welcome, honey. I tagged Colin, but Colin sometimes he pops in during the middle, so we'll just hope he hears us. Hear us, Colin. Okay. So it looks like we do have two more spots left. If anybody would like one, seems like I'm getting through them pretty quickly. All right, Ms. Beezer. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. You know how I feel. I feel like I should be paying you, and yet you always you always surprise me, and I'm so appreciative of that. You just have no idea. So thank you. Well, I just thank you for being here. You're always here for me getting my list ready, and then you tip me too. All right, Mizzy. Mizzy Miz. He's probably fishing. He probably is. Okay. Your bill is in the mail. You say that every time, but I keep checking my mailbox. Okay. Oops. Hold on. I don't know if I popped out. Um, I pulled the card, Miss. Give me 1 second, okay? My mama just texted me. I gotta take her a drink. I'll be right back, y'all. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. Mama just woke up. I had to get her set up. And so we are good to go. Okay, let's see. Okay. So, Ms., you got the I'm trying to clear my throat. You got the King of Pentacles in the upright position. So, Pentacles for me always represent some kind of money or wealth. And so you're picturing a king on a throne with, you know, gold is how I picture him. So the King of Pentacles, he like represents a mature man who um is wealthy and courageous. Now, that's not saying that that's what's like coming. Let me explain. Um it's a symbol. He symbolizes power and wealth, um a very experienced person who knows what he's doing, how to handle finances, how to do this. But the way I see it, it's a symbol. Okay, it's a symbol showing that success is coming. Okay, it's not. It doesn't represent a man. A successful man is coming. Success is coming to you in some way. Okay. Um, you will see a financial uptick. Um, I do feel like attaining your goals will take some self-reflecting, self-exploration, just self-work. And this dog is itching. But I feel like that, like Brandy, if you would write your goals down, I feel like that now's the time that you're going to be able to achieve those goals, but you've got to put a commitment forth. You can't do it halfway. You can't say, okay, well, today I feel like this, I'm going to do this, and then get squirrel brained on it, and then it just falls to the back burner. Okay. I feel like if you're going to do it, now's your time to do it. And it's a very like stern, powerful yes card. It's so I just feel that you need to do this. You need to list your goals. You need to figure out how you can achieve these goals. Um but I do see it coming. I do see a financial money uptick for you. Um and I do feel that you're going to have this sense of where you can breathe um coming, and not just financially but emotionally, all of the good things. But you're going to have to put that commitment forth too. It's not just going to come to you. You're going to have to work at it. Okay, but if you're going to do it, now's the time to do it. Let me let this dog out. So Ms., I hope that that resonates with you. Just make sure you put that commitment in. You're going to get back what you put into it. And there you go. All right, so we got Lexi and Kathy. All right, Lexi, you still here? Okay. Oh, she's probably already left. Have a good one, Mirandy. I see ya. I just scroll back. Hey, Lexi Lex, you are next. Yeah, that was a great card for Miz, wasn't it? Okay. Let's see. Okay, Lexi. So you got the Sun card in the upright position. Um, and with that Sun card, you feel the warmth, you feel the energy. Um, so if you're not feeling it now, I feel like that it is coming. Um, confident. I mean, it just represents confidence, success, good times, good energy. Just a feel good moment in your life. Okay, something where you can actually breathe. I do feel like it is a good time. If you have something new that you want to start or take on or look into, now is a good time to do that. Um, or if you're wanting to upgrade something in your life, take on an extra job, take on an extra side hustle, take on something new. Now's the time for you to do all of that. Whether you want to remodel your home or just anything like that. Also, if with the Sun card, it always represents, like I said, sun and warmth. If you were ever planning on moving to a warmer climate, now would be the time to do it. Um, so it just feels like that if it's not happening right now, I feel like the sun is moving in and you're going to feel this warm energy. You're going to feel that moment of, I can breathe. And like I said, when you start feeling that, that is the time for you to say, okay, well, I've been planning on doing this and I've been planning on doing that, because see, you're going to have you're going to feel more energized in order to be able to tackle some of those projects that you've been wanting to do. Um, and they could be anything. Write a book, whatever you've been wanting to do, that will be the time to do it because you'll have the energy surrounding you. Okay. So it's a very good card, a very warm card, and and I hope that that resonates for you, sweetheart. And like I said, if it's not happening right now, put it in your back pocket because I feel it coming because it's current energy. Okay. I like that card. I want that card, Lexi. Sometimes I draw these cards and I'm like, I'm glad I don't have that one. And then I get some, I'm like, man, I want that card. All right. Thank you, Angie. I need some good news. Well, I feel like that there is something positive headed your way, sweetheart. And when it does, I want you to tell me about it. I like hearing, you know, feedback on these. And it's okay, to say it in the chat, good or bad. If y'all think that I failed miserably at this, tell me. Tell me about myself. But for the most part, I usually hear, you know what, you were spot on. Um, but I've tried pulling cards for myself. I don't like pulling cards for myself. I need to find somebody to pull a card for me. And I don't just trust anybody to do these, so anybody can grab a deck of cards and act like they have something. They're intuitive or something. Oh, just keep it real. I I don't know. I've done this for a very long time, and I just don't like pulling for myself. Okay, so We have Kathy, and it looks like we got a short list today, and I'm okay with that. There are 2 spots left. If you want a spot, let us know before I get done with Kathy, and Beezer will add you to the list. Also, if you need a private reading, please email me. It is angieuploaded@outlook.com. I do owe um I do owe a reading to somebody, and if they're listening, I will reach out to you. I'm a little bit late and I'm sorry about that. My life has been a little bit crazy this past week, and those close to me can attest to that. but but I will reach out to you before the day's over with and get that taken care of. You know who you are if you're listening. All right. And if anybody else would like a reading, that would be a great time to do it while I'm already doing one. If anybody wants one, reach out to me and I can probably fit you in today. Hey, K9 Charlie. Thank you for that so much. Well, I've always had like a higher sensitivity. I can hear things. Though I talk to Colin about that a lot because I hear tones, I feel energy. I can feel things. My grandmother was the same way. Um, and I got introduced to tarot at a very early age, and it just felt like when I would pull a card that I could just feel the energy from the card. It's hard to explain. Um, you know when when somebody walks up behind you, you can kind of feel their presence. Okay, well imagine feeling that constantly and nobody ever being there, to the point where my hair will move. And I know some people think it's crazy or whatever, but I know what I feel, I know what I hear, and I have no reason to lie about it. You know what I mean? So then tarot became a way for me to like feel like I'm helping somebody, or feel it just it's a way for me to release all of this energy that I'm feeling, because there are certain parts of it I still haven't honed in on, like the hearing tones, frequencies that other people can't hear. I feel like that if I learned how to do it, I could probably hear things that are messages and stuff like that. And I've spoken with Colin on this several times and I've researched it. I've heard that since I can remember, 2 or 3, or, I can just remember. I'm not a witch, but, I was scared of it at first, actually. And I wanted no part of hearing anything. Um, but as I've gotten older, I think it would be beneficial. I think I could help people if I could understand how to understand that better. It's like it's an audio clairvoyancy type. But anyway, the cards just, it was a way for me. I was introduced to them at an early age because it was a way for me to understand the energies that I was feeling and help people in the process. And the more you do them, the more you learn about them, and it's you just do them. You learn what they mean, what they um so that's how. That's how, K9 Charlie. And I can actually I do uh internet all energy work I do. Um I can do twin flame readings, uh candle work. I don't do any dark. I don't work with dark energy at all. Because again, whatever you put out into the universe, you will get back no matter what it is. So I always want it to be positive. I do believe in charging up my cards. it I work with rainwater, full moons. So I don't know. I've just done it for forever. Um, so there's that. I feel like people behind me. Let's see. Maybe I should do Kathy and then go back and read some comments. Um, just keep it real. I do have a pendulum that I use. I have crystals that I use. Um, I have the rods that I've never done on here, but I use rods as well. So, but I love the pendulum. I love doing yes or no's for people. I usually do that on TikTok, though it's been quite a while since I've been on TikTok and did yes or no's. Okay, Kat, let's get Kathy out of the way. Kathy's probably like, Angie, I just got here. I'm new and you ramble too much. So let me get Kathy done and we can chat. Are you still here, Kathy? Or did I run you off? Let's make sure Kathy is still here. There are 2 spots left if anybody would like one. I tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and read for Kathy, and if Kathy comes back or had to leave, she can come back and hear it. Oh, there's Kathy. Let's see. Not a problem. I enjoy listening. Well, good, because sometimes I ramble. Um, but I'll go back through this chat when I'm done with Kathy, guys. Okay. So feel free to ask anything, or I'm very open about it. Okay, so Kathy, you actually got a very good card. You got the Wheel of Fortune in the upright position. So if you think of a wheel, something's been put into motion, um, and you have no control over it. So it's like whatever it is, you're gonna have, you're basically just gonna have to accept it. But it's a change. So it's just a wheel that's been put into motion that you have no control over. You will see a change from it. I do feel like it would be a positive change for you. Um, but some kind of circumstances or something like that are going to change around you. And with this card, yes, it usually is for the better. Um, you'll feel like a growth or advancement from this. Um, it's also a period of time when you feel it, when you feel the motion start to gain, and then you see what's happening there. It's a time for you to put your input in it, to put action into it, though you can't control it. You will reap the benefits from it, but it's already been set in motion. Now, once this is done, I do feel like that you need to take a vacation, or you need to take some kind of rest period from that. I believe it will help you recenter, get your energy back right. And then whatever the change this is, though it's for the better, change is still change, and sometimes it's a little wonky. So I do feel like a rest period will be needed after you feel this change. Okay, but I do see it as a positive card. And like I said, if the way what I say here is that if you do not feel any of this happening now, put this card in your back pocket. It is the Wheel of Fortune in the upright position. You can look them up. You can but that is your card. And if it doesn't resonate now, put it in your back pocket for later. Okay, and it's not a later because this is run off of current energy. So I feel like that will has already been set into motion. So either you know what it is, or you will know what it is very soon. Okay, but I do see it as a positive change. But just make sure once it's all done, take a rest period to take it all in. Okay, and that will reset you, reground you. Jen's mom. 4 months. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, um, okay, so I'm just gonna say that there are 2 spots still available while I go through. Oh, we got Jen's. Okay, my bad. I saw the 4 months. I didn't even see the comment. I looked down right up under. Okay, gotcha, honey. All right. You're very much welcome, Kathy, and thank you for coming in and subscribing. I truly appreciate that. And feel free anytime I do this to come in, and if you want a card, just leave it to Beezer there. No, she handles my list for me. Otherwise, I would be a chaotic mess over here trying to keep up with everything. And then she tips me on top of that. It needs to be the other way around. But yes, just make sure that Beezer always knows when any of y'all, if y'all want a card, let her know and she'll get you added to the list. All right, Jen's mom. I feel like that's my hands. Okay, Jen's mom. You got the 4 of Cups in the upright position. So it means this is a good time for you to get a moment away, get a moment to yourself. You need to be able to relax and recenter yourself. Before like getting back to the daily grind. At some it's basically you need a moment. You need to take a moment to, I'm just gonna say it, a meditation moment. And I'm not sitting there saying cross your legs and hum and chant. I always say I go to the bathroom for my quiet moments. Okay, even if you've got earbuds in your ears, that gives you some kind of you know, soothing noises to block out other things. I think you need to do this. Um Sometimes in our brain we can have a lot going on at one time. And I've already said I think I have undiagnosed adult ADHD. Or it could just be this all this energy just going through it. But I do have to ground myself like that sometimes, and I feel like that's what you need to be doing. And I do think that there are there's either a major situation in your life or a couple, 3 or 4 minor situations in your life that if you would recenter yourself, I think that you would be able to control those situations a little bit better, as opposed to letting them get a little bit chaotic. But like I said, it could be one major, could be several, minor issues. Um, I feel like that you're settling for something right now. Um, just because you don't want to. Sometimes we get in a routine, okay? And going outside of that routine, it can cause inner conflict, anxiety, panic. Um, we can feel these things if we step outside of our box. But I think right now is a good time for you to sit with yourself. We're trying to block out any negativity any noise. And I think once you do that, and then you come back and think about these situations, that you will be able to tackle them a little bit better without feeling anxious. Anxious. That's one of those words I can't say as a country bumpkin. Anxious. So if you will do that and just kind of ground yourself a little bit, I feel like that you will be able to tackle these other things. And then I also feel like that whatever it is you're settling for, um, once these are tackled, you will no longer feel like you're settling. I feel like that something good is going to come into that place of, oh, I'm just settling for this. You will no longer be settling. You will be taking control. But you can't do that without first, what? Grounding yourself, having a meditation moment, having a moment to you, Jen's mom, without no outside noise. So I hope that that resonates with you. If not, please put it in your back pocket. And then I think that once you do that, you will feel a lot better about some things going on. And I appreciate you letting me read for you. I appreciate you all letting me read for you. Okay, let's see. Let me look up and see any comments. See, okay, I ended there. Binky said, I'm a witch. And Colin did not come in today. Let's see, I feel like people behind me, but they like push me off the dang attic ladder, but there's usually some like people behind me. They like to push me off the dang attic, but there's usually, you know, K9 Charlie, if you're still here, sometimes, I mean, I believe in stuff like that. I believe in the spirit world. I believe there are people here who have not passed over for reasons. So uh if you feel the push, I feel like that, yes. Um but maybe they're just trying to get your attention. And what that tells me, K9 Charlie, is that you are a little bit more intuitive than possibly someone else. So just pay attention to things going on around you. You might catch things, you might sense things. So tarot is your way to communicate verbally what you hear and feel. Makes sense. Yes, it was a way for me to I guess control all of the chaos from a young age. Because it gets chaotic in my head. And so that's why I do energy work. I can't tell you the future. I can just tell you what's in current energy. I don't see things. So I'm not a psychic. Uh if I could figure out how to hone in on this audio thing, um I don't know if it would lead to a, actual medium, but I was so scared of it for a long time that I may have just pushed it all away. And yes, I do love my pendulum. Um, like I said, I do the pendulum, I do the rods. Um, let's see. Okay. So I think that, and channels got dropped. Let's see. I'm afraid to ask Angie, but do you want to pull one for me? I'm actually afraid after the couple weeks I've had. The question is, do you want me to pull for you, Beezer? Rachel, hey Milo, my baby. How you doing? Where's your Milo? Oh, Angie's here. Boop, 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 boop. You probably got your earbuds in and Milo can't hear a word I'm saying, right? My hubs thinks I'm nuts. I've seen an elderly couple and an angry Native American. It's scary. I'm about to buy a case of sage and light it. Well, um, does it scare you, K9 Charlie? Because they may just be trying to tell you something. You know what I mean? They may have a message, or maybe try to talk to them. I know it sounds crazy. Trust me. You want to talk about? I've heard that all people think I'm nuts. You know, but then there are people that don't. And if you believe, you believe, and so try to talk to them, see what happens, and then. But Sage never hurt anybody. Okay, sage it up, girl. Sage never hurt anybody. I don't know why, but I'm not getting no notifications for anyone. Um, actually, Raging, I'm some of my notifications are not coming through either, and I've tried unsubbing and resubbing. I've tried all that, so I don't know. Let's see, the elderly couple doesn't. I feel like they're ones that kept me from falling, and you're probably right, K9 Charlie. Um, but talk to them. If you feel like, tell them thank you for saving me that day on the ladder. I mean, they may have something they need to tell you, or something they need to get out, or um and actually there's probably a lot of angry Native American spirits out there. Just being honest. But Sage never hurt anybody, but I would try talking to the elderly couple, see what happens. You never know, they both may be your guardian angel. We all have one. All right, Beezer, do you want me to pull? It is up to you, baby doll. I know you didn't just ask that question. Oh, look at there. Well, Binky, I had what do they call it? Um, sleep paralyzation. So for a whole year, every night, I was living in Atlanta at the time. I would be laying in bed. It would be dark, but there would be, the street lights coming through the window, and I could see something black in the corner, and it was like it was real. Like I was wearing my same bed clothes. Everything was the same, but I couldn't move. I couldn't scream, and it just felt like that this black thing just kept getting closer and closer and closer. And I was trying to scream and move, and I couldn't. I was paralyzed. And then it happened every single night for a year, and then it just stopped. So I don't know if that was because I've since done research, and I don't feel like it was so. I feel like it really happened. Like I don't feel like it was a dream, but more like a dazed state too. All right, I'm gonna read for Beezer. My mama sometimes. Okay, now Charlie, I think that's your answer right there. It would be sacred ground. Um, so yeah, a little sage wouldn't hurt, but I think the couple is separate from the Native American. One day I'll have to do a whole live on my mama's old house and my aunt's house. Yeah, I could do a whole live on that. We could talk about spooky things and spirits and um but I'd have to have Colin in the chat from the beginning to the end on that one. Raging, those are so scary. So scary. That sleep paralyzation. And it's a thing, y'all. Look it up. And it happened every night for 1 year and then it just stopped. Had one of them before and also woke up by an orb crossing my bedroom. I I don't know if maybe we go into a separate, you know, not real, not when you're like in REM state, but that sleep stage in between. I don't sometimes I think I feel more when I'm in that stage. I'm not really asleep, but I'm not really awake. I'm not in a deep sleep, but I feel a lot of things then. The tones are just ugh. That's why I have to keep like the TV or something on because if I don't have any noise, I'm constantly hearing noises. But it's in that stage before, you're not fully awake, but you're not in a deep sleep either. I can't think of what that state is, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Uh hey Peace and Struggle, how are you? Hope you're doing well too, hun. Colin, you made me cry, and that's not easy. Oh yeah, Colin, Beezer was wanting to talk to you. But you know what's going on. Let's see. My granddaughter can tell us things about her grandmother who died. Um, K9 Charlie, yes, I truly, truly believe that. Because kids are pure. Um, they haven't, they're the easiest to be, um, if you listen to them, they know exactly what they're talking about. They haven't been the world hasn't changed them yet, so they're pure, and they can definitely see these things, and if they can communicate, it's great to hear them, to listen to them when they've actually seen something or played with somebody, because I believe them 100%. Angie, it's spirits wanting you to work, that's all. It's constant though, Colin. I know you know what I'm talking about. I just wish I could feel like I'm still with this audio thing, Colin. I've got to figure it out or it's going to drive me nuts, but I don't have time to try to figure it out at the moment, I guess. But it's like they keep knocking on my head like, "Wake up." I'm kind of good. Take a step back from YouTube for a while. Well, Pace, I totally understand that. I think everybody should take a step back from YouTube every once in a while. It gets a little crazy out here, And it can also affect us, in our daily lives, our anger, our feeling, all of that stuff. So I believe for our mental health, it is absolutely necessary to step back from YouTube, everybody, for a little bit. So I don't blame you there, girl. You talking down my path. Love this topic. um, yeah, I could talk on this forever. Maybe that's what I'll just I can do card pulls and talk on this, and we can share stories, and because I have a lot of them. Grandson woke up with a scratch and said it was playing with he was playing with his papa. Well, K9 Charlie, my husband thinks, some of this is weird too. Um but he had an experience as well. So when we lived in Georgia, one of our places that we lived was so we lived in Macon, and it was the Battle of Griswoldville. If you look it up. So we lived on. If you looked at the map, we technically, were there where the battlefield or part of the battlefield used to be, and he saw it, and his uncle saw a Confederate soldier um standing there. I think they saw the soldier at different times, but they both definitely saw him standing there. So he knows that it's real, but I think sometimes he just kind of I no, no, but he knows what he saw. He can tell you what he saw. I'll have him on one day, let him tell that story. He's a great storyteller too, y'all. I love to hear my husband tell a story. Angie, I still have my binder where I took my spiritual mentor life coach course. It helped teach how to open up your gifts. I need to do that. I'm telling you, it's just time. Um, but obviously, it's not going anywhere. It's happened all my life. So I just have to take the time to figure it out, that part of it anyway. I can try to recognize. Oh, that would be cool, piece, if you could figure out how to get me that so I can look over it. I would love to look over it. And my phone changes my words all the time. I'm constantly saying something crazy, and it's my phone's fault. I'm in and out of chat. But do you ever read for help? Um, I will, but I will not do it will be a private reading. What I will not read for is I will not do pregnancy readings. Um I I won't do those private. I won't do those public. Now, if I see somebody's pregnant around you, I'll say that. But a lot of times people will say, "Well, will I get pregnant or am I pregnant now?" I won't do those. But I will do health readings, but they're private. Um but I do that out of respect for, the person. My whole family got awoken one night to some banging pots and pans in our kitchen. It was like 2 a.m. Me, my husband, and 4 kids. We all ran into the kitchen. Nothing was out of order. We all heard it. See, people cannot tell me that the world is not real. You know, a lot of us will say, okay, I've heard things or I've seen things, and then, people try to downplay it. I just, I got to the point where I don't care if people don't believe me or not. I know what I feel. I know what I hear. And you knew what you heard. Y'all all heard it, right? um, hey Patty, how are you? Better late than never. Let's see. Okay, so I just skimmed through. I am going to oh, Beezer twins. I'll just leave that there. Okay. Let me do Beezer, and then I've got to jump off. All right, Beezy Bees. I've had a frog in my throat. Sorry, I was shuffling. I was trying to pull one out, and I dropped half the deck, so I had to redo it. Okay. Excuse me, y'all. Let me clear my throat. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, so Bees, you got the Ten of Swords in the upright position. Okay, so this kind of marks um a beginning to an end period of something. It's some kind of like a trials and tribulation, something that you've been going through. This marks the beginning of the end. It's like signifying a new cycle. Just something new is about to, something old is going out, something new is coming in. Okay. But your job is going to be, you've got to clear some old stuff out before the new can come in. Okay. Um, and it's often, because this is a sword card, it's often painful to remove the old, because you're going through mental clutter, you're going through maybe physical clutter, there may be actual clutter, but you're definitely going to go through some mental clutter having to remove that. But just know that what you're receiving in is going to rejuvenate you. Okay. um so when you're going through that, there may be a little stress and exhaustion to to go through. You may be feeling even a little bit depressed by it. But I do think that if you go, whatever this is, either now or coming up, if you go through the process of clearing out the clutter and making way for the new cycle to begin, whatever's coming in for you, it will be worth the exhaustion and what other, we'll just call them negative words, that you may be feeling when you're decluttering or pulling that out. It will be worth it when you get this new cycle and receive it in. It will rejuvenate you and make you feel like yourself again. You'll start feeling better. So, but it's a process. Whatever this is, whether it's happening now or shortly. And so just Just keep that with you. Okay. All right. Let's see. I hope that that resonated with you, bees. If not, please put it in your back pocket for later. All right. Uh, and there you go. You see, Beezer, Colin's telling you. All right, guys. I do have to jump off. Thank you so much for those who sent a super chat and my members, and thank you, Mizzy, for gifting a membership. I appreciate that so much. Thank you guys for letting me read for you. I enjoy doing it when I can. And just please make sure that if you haven't subscribed, please do. If you're in the bushes, because you never know when I'll be able to do. I do these when I can. I most definitely try to get them in on the weekend, because my life is kind of chaotic. And but if you tap the notification bell, not saying it'll go through, as we know these notifications have work sometimes. But but yeah, I just appreciate you coming in, Colin. I try to tag you every time on my community post when I'm going live. Uh, but I don't know if you get them or not. So we definitely wanted you in. I always want you here when I do my readings. I think you bring a different perspective. You're able to, while I'm reading, you're able to talk to the chat. I love doing that with you. I appreciate it so much when you're here. Just wanted to pop in and say hi, Angie, and I think of you and your mother often. Much respect. Well, thank you, Peace and Struggle. I truly appreciate it. I miss talking to you, and I hope that you are doing well. And I definitely appreciate the thoughts from my mom. So, all right, guys, I am going to go ahead and end it. I've got to go check on her, and if I find sometime later on and I've done all I need to do, maybe I'll come back if nobody else is on. But you know how it is out here on these streets. All right, guys. Again, thank you, and I will see you next time. Bye.